welcome back to video number 2. I pressed pause because I needed to get my little man a bottle, and it didn't pause, it just saved the video, so probably more of an operator error on my end. Looking into the final game to recap of the week was Nick versus Eric, and this one had some controversy. It was a back and forth effort. Some harsh words were said, mostly by me, but in the end I did emerge victorious and secure a playoff position. Eric did unfortunately lose and will not be able to make the playoffs and will be fighting for his position in the toilet bowl. So let's take a look at how this all went down. Eric had a huge performance from Chris Godwin, 34.4 points, and Nick unfortunately had Mike Evans, who is the biggest disappointment and the biggest exciter of people in fantasy football. He will give you 5 points or he will give you 40 points, and there is no in between. 5 points from Mike Evans to 34.4 points from Chris Godwin. I mean, Jameis Winston, can you share the love and help both of us out? Eric had 25 from Baker Mayfield, 12 from Devontae Adams, 10.9 from Tevin Coleman. Unfortunately, 7.6 from Matty Ice didn't help him. A -3 from the Rams defense on Monday night also was not of help. On Nick's side of the ball, he had a really disappointing start to the day. He did get 24 points from Drew Brees. He did get a late garbage time touchdown from Zach Ertz that gave him 15 points on the day. Probably I'd have to go in and look, but I think it's his best showing of the year. David Montgomery, 3 points. Joe Mixon, 7.9. Mike Evans, as mentioned, 5. Marvin Jones, 4.6. It wasn't until the later games that Leonard Fournette, somehow in the losing effort, 20-42, he did find the end zone twice. Fun fact, it was only his third ever multi-touchdown game in his career, but those 2 touchdowns gave him 27.9 points, his best showing of the year. And then the 49ers defense dominated the Packers, put up 16 points. It was a really close game heading into Monday night. Unfortunately for Eric, Gerald Everett did not do anything. He put up 2.3 points, and the Rams defense actually didn't help him at all by giving him -3, so he lost 0.4 points that night. Lamar Jackson just dominated and put up 36 points. Couldn't have predicted that. So the final score in this one, Nick actually, it looks like a blowout, but it really was a lot closer until Monday night. 150.3 to 115.8 in that one. So looking ahead at the standings, as mentioned, you have the 6 playoff teams. You have Randy, Steve, and Andy from the Moores division, and then on the Moops side you have Kyle, Nick, and Jake, and that's going to round out your playoffs. So your toilet bowl will be Mike and Brett from the Moores, and on the Moops you're going to have Eric and Brian playing for those positions. So Randy has secured a first round bye, and it looks like as we look ahead to this week, Nick and Kyle face off, both 8-4 teams. So the winner of that matchup is actually going to be securing a first round bye. So the playoffs start now for Nick and for Kyle. Nick is currently projected to win that one very slightly. So as we know, projections don't always mean anything. As we look ahead, then we have Steve and Jake, both playoff teams, potentially an opportunity to get a preview of the playoff matchup. They're going to be facing off. You have Andy versus Brett facing off. That's going to be a close one. And then Mike versus Randy. Randy's projected to win in this one. Mike is a toilet bowl team, so his team has good projections, but always seems to disappoint. And then you have Brian versus Eric, potentially a toilet bowl hopeful championship there. So we'll wait and see how this all shakes out, but wanted to say, wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for your continued commitment and support. The good news is that the bye weeks are over. I know some of us had more rough bye weeks than others, but bye weeks are over. This is the last week of the regular season, and we look forward to the playoffs and closing out another great year of fantasy football here at Dynasty Warriors. So hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for tuning in, and enjoy your turkey day with your families. Take care, guys.